If you're going to get married, will you marry me? My boss asked me. I laughed. He didn't. 2 years ago, I was venting to my CEO, Theo, about my parents' relentless marriage pressure. We were alone in his office, working overtime when I told him they invited me for dinner, Theo. Said it was just family. I walk in, and there's this dental surgeon sitting on our couch wearing a bow tie. A bow tie. My mother introduces him like she's presenting a prize. This is Cameron. He has his own practice. Theo looked up from his laptop. What did you do? I sat through 3 hours of him explaining different types of dental floss. Did you know there's waxed, unwaxed, tape, and ultra thin? Because I do now. I slumped in my chair. My mom kept kicking me under the table whenever I checked my phone. Then she follows me to the bathroom and says he has excellent benefits and a summer house. Compelling argument, Theo said. I sighed, staring at him while he stared at his laptop like it was the only thing that mattered. I actually do need to get married though, don't I? Theo stopped typing completely. He looked at me for a long moment. I swallowed hard at the sudden eye contact, then he closed his laptop. If you're going to get married, will you marry me? I waited for the punchline. It didn't come. That's not funny. I'm not joking. Theo, you just proposed while I was complaining about my mother. Who does that? Someone who's been waiting 4 years for the right moment and just realized there isn't one. He stood up, walked to his filing cabinet. This is coming out wrong. At least he was self-aware. He pulled out a folder from the bottom drawer. My name was written on the tab. Do you remember the Valdez acquisition? That was 4 years ago. We were both senior analysts. You stayed until 3 a.m. redoing slide 12. You said it didn't convey confidence. He opened the folder. Inside were thank you notes. Everyone I'd written him over the years. Coffee sleeves with orders scribbled on them, post-its in my handwriting. That's when I knew. Knew what? That I was obsessive about presentations? That I was completely gone for you. He pulled out a coffee sleeve. This is from last week. Extra shot, oat milk, 1 pump vanilla. How do you know my stressed order? Because I've been paying attention for 4 years. You get that during contract negotiations. Regular for normal days. The celebration one with whipped cream when we close deals. He set the folder down. I know you bite your pen when you're thinking. You tap your foot during boring meetings. You hum that song from The Little Mermaid when you think no one's listening. You notice all that? I notice everything about you. I have since that night with slide 12. He sat on the edge of his desk. But then I became your boss. Then your boss's boss. Then CEO. And suddenly I couldn't say anything without it being inappropriate. I thought about all those late nights. All those times I'd stayed when I didn't need to. I noticed things too. Like what? You add sugar to your coffee when you're nervous. 3 packets during the Houston acquisition. I stood up, pacing now. You wear your blue tie for important meetings. The gray one when you have to fire someone. You keep lavender tea in your office even though you hate tea. You're allergic to regular milk. The tea is for you. That stopped me. What? For when you work late, which is always. I wanted you to have something here. Theo. I turned to face him fully. I need you to explain this, slowly, because you just proposed out of nowhere and apparently you've been collecting my thank you notes like some kind of like someone in love. I've been collecting them like someone in love. Why didn't you ever say anything? Because you deserved better than being the woman who slept with her boss. Your reputation, your career, everything you worked for would be questioned. He rubbed his face. I had transfer papers drawn up for you to move to Harvey's team. Same position, same pay, but not reporting to me. You were going to transfer me so I could ask you out properly, like a normal person, not your CEO. He laughed bitterly. I was going to submit them Monday. Then why propose now? Because when you said you needed to get married, I panicked. 4 years of waiting and suddenly I thought someone else would get there first. He met my eyes. It was stupid, impulsive, everything I usually am, not. I walked closer to him and suddenly the words tumbled out of me. I rejected all those proposals because I wanted you. He froze. Every setup, every eligible bachelor my parents threw at me. Cameron the dental surgeon, the engineer. While I was with them, I wondered what you were doing. If you were still at the office, if you'd eaten dinner. I stayed late all those nights because of you. Half the time my work was already done. You stayed for me? Transfer me to Harvey, I said with certainty. Of course. I'll submit it tomorrow. Submit it now. Email Harvey. Make it effective immediately. He looked confused but opened his laptop. Typed quickly. Hit send. Done. You report to Harvey as of I kissed him. 4 years of thank you notes scattered across his desk as he knocked the folder over reaching for me. Now ask me again, I said against his mouth. What? He asked. Ask me to marry you, now that you're not my boss. He smiled. If you're going to get married, will you marry me? Yes.